Alright.
All these technical.
So technically all these difficulties are occurring. I don't know what. Alright, let's see how much do we have here. Looks like we have. Looks like we have enough to research the Samson. Awesome. Now it's elite status. I'm not going to purchase the Samson. We're not going that route. Let's see here. So we have 0 experience on the Chester. What I might do, I'll just change this guy, and I will take Chester into the St. Louis. All right. Alright. From other ships. Yeah, here we go. This is one. Stir.
How about the PlayStation truck?
The what?
Talk about the PlayStation truck?
Yeah, basically, back in my hometown, we're gonna have a PlayStation truck coming. Let me retrain this guy to that. That'd be good. Now, I want to.
What about it?
No, hold on. I don't know why I can't just go to. Oh, dismiss. I don't want to dismiss. I want him to go to the barracks. Let me see here. Serve. Table slots. Okay, we don't have any slots here, so that's why. Alright. Okay, run reserve. I don't want guy from here. Alright, so I'll dismiss him. And this guy. This guy go to reserve. This guy I'll dismiss. And I'll assign this guy. Alright, here we go. I'll start retraining. And I'll add the Naval Academy on there. I wasted some money, but okay, it doesn't matter. We have a lot to go around. We have till 921,000 to go. And then I'll tell this guy. Hello, Chester, and hello, St. Louis. Alright. St. Louis is like a gun platform on the sea. Guy has like just bristling with guns all over the place. I might as well upgrade his range because that's gonna be helpful.
I'm not chocolate.
Yeah, so look at this thing. It has tons of guns on it. It has guns in the front, the sides. And these are all guns you can use. And this is just its first version. The upgrade adds even more. Just want to show you the artillery in this thing. So it has 10 main battery guns. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, 10 main battery guns. It's insane. And then 18 secondary. So all those little guns off the port, that's all secondary armament. So that's basic armament that's going to start shooting as soon as you get close to the enemy automatically. So you don't have to do it yourself. But that's kind of cool that they have all those guns. And they have, doesn't seem like they have any anti-air. So what we're going to do is not much anti-air really. Not much air really in this tier anyway, so might an aircraft carrier, but that's it. One. And it's a low tier one at that. So I don't know. You might not even see any air anyway. But the next upgrade, you do get an anti-air guns, but you get one anti-air gun. That's all you get, and you get 6 more artillery and stuff like that. So this gun's like insane. But of course, I upgrade this guy so he can be able to use these upgrades here. And I'll use this guy all the way up to the battleship, so that'll be sweet. And I don't know, maybe we'll get some Arkansas accent too, because it's a pretty sweet chip too. And there's some upgrades I can actually upgrade him something. I'll upgrade the artillery here. And still do this one too. That's good. Alright, that's cool. But let's go play some St. Louis, because this is a sweet ship right here. Alright, I should be able to get in game pretty quick. A lot of players on queue today. There are 77. I guess we have a couple of anti-air. Some aircraft carriers are in battle here, but kind of a tier 5 and a tier 6. And we got 2 tier 4s, that both Langleys. So we got a bit of a head over them, but tier we have lower tier battleships. That's a thing. They have 2 Wyomings, a Mayugi, and a Carolina, but they have 2 New Yorks. 3 tier. You can see how much survivability they have compared to my ship. They have way more anti-aircraft guns on a New York battleship compared to my ship, which has none. Alright, let's start this. Alright, so basically, a girl has won a contest for PlayStation to send a large truck that has like 22 games to come to our hometown. Well, not to our hometown, but started to her state. And it's pretty cool, you know. It's almost like bringing E3 over here, so I think that's a pretty good thing right there. Certainly, you can't even get to E3 because it's a developer-only conference, and for us to go to the Japanese game show, it's also a very big expense for us to get to, because Japan is not a cheap trip. I can tell you that. I've not been there before, but one day I'll have to go. But this is cool. This PlayStation bringing like a truck that is full of, you know, games that are not even out yet. And we're going to go. We're going to do this next week, so that's pretty cool. And then they're going to come on Saturday. And you know, those who like the PlayStation, you know, you could always try to join in the contest. I think it's like I don't know exactly what the contest is called. I wasn't in it myself, but it's kind of cool that she was able to do this, and there's a free event. Anyone can go. You know, I invite all my friends to go. Whoever goes comes. You know, it's really up to them. But you can see here just how many guns this thing has. Just look at the bottom right. You see here how many guns this ship has. You know, on one side I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 guns on each side. Of course, like 4 of them can't fire because the fact that they're kind of fixed. Be one side, and that's cool. We're in the lead. That's good news. We got some leadership things here. So that's a little eerie, but do.
When's your report coming?
I'm not getting a PS4 for a while. I don't know. But we'll see one of these days, I guess. But at least it gives us a chance, give me a chance to play some PS4 games before they come out. And I think it's, you know, pretty cool. If anything, you know.
No, but didn't you order a PS4 back in April?
Yeah, I did. It didn't work out that well. You know, eBay's great, but sometimes you get some real assholes on there, and it really ruins your experience. You know, before this whole thing with the PS4, I never really had a problem with eBay. All the time I buy things from eBay, they come, you know, sometimes faster than expected, and real surprised, and hell yeah. I got myself a console or a game for much less than I would have if I bought it at retail. Look at this barrage I have right here. And then, you know, how much just shell just rain on top of the enemy. Guy's also at St. Louis too, so I have to be kind of careful with him. But he's actually a more higher. He upgraded his hull, so he can actually fire a bit more shells at me than I can at him. I have to definitely be careful with him.
Careful with your dog.
Battleship is probably a lot more trouble than the St. Louis, though. Oh. Finally getting hit by a lot of stuff here. For our first round in St. Louis, doesn't seem like we're doing too good today. So. What are you gonna do? Yep, there we go. End of that. Alright, let's go for another round in the Shikuma. Actually, I could actually, yeah, my Aso Wanabe, Wabi, actually did finally get fully retrained, but I'm not going to be going through the ship anymore because we finally unlocked the Tenryu. So let's go get this. One thing with the Japanese, kind of want to go battleship them as well as them too, but instead, you know, what the difference between the Japan and the United States, as far as my career is going to be concerned, I'm going to go battleship in Japanese as well as the United States, because one thing that's interesting to me with Japanese is that battleships has higher range, but less attack. But the United States ships has fewer, yes, range, but more attack, and a lot more health. So survivability is bigger on the United States ships compared to the Japanese. Survivability, you can see here 33 in Japan. Wachi is actually 41, but they have bigger range. So that's another thing that the United States does not have. The United States ships are really cool, so I want to go with them too. So I kind of want to go with both. So I'm gonna get the Tenryu. But the difference is, instead of the difference between the Japanese and the United States as far as going down the trees concerned, in the United States I'll go down the I'll go down the cruiser line and the battleship line. In Japan I'll go down the battleship and the destroyer lines. So, destroyer, battleship, cruiser. So that's the difference. It seems like I'm going down the same path, both sides, but I'm not. And I am definitely going to play some Umakaze footage too, but not right now. Okay. So let's go. For the Tenryu, let's go buy that. Plenty need for that. Because I can't really get ship without captain, so I'm gonna fight the last lot. I could do that. Oh, what's that? No, I don't want to bother with that. Yeah, commander. That commander. Here we go. That's good. Okay, yes, good. Now, sign from the Chikuma. Perfect. Now, the Chikuma does not have captain. What it can do, it is now in elite status. You then distribute the experience to the experience pool. There you go. Sell that. Alright, so we got the Tenryu. Nice. This is the first Japanese cruiser to have torpedoes, which is kind of cool. So not only is this cruiser, like cruise along, start taking out stuff. It has decent health and whatnot, but it also has some torpedoes that back it up. But I don't have nearly as much guns. Like, look at how many guns this has, and then how many guns this guy has. Even though you won't see him right now, he has a lot of guns. Way more, like 10 main battery guns compared to 4 main battery guns. That's a huge difference, in my opinion. Probably a bit more powerful to those main battery guns from those, but still, it's pretty cool. He also has torpedoes too. That's something. Upgrade his range. That is important. The B adds. Do you have any AE guns? Yeah, I do actually have anti-aircraft guns. This guy. So I got 2 machine gun anti-aircraft guns. Those like Maxim machine guns on top of this thing. And then we got I guess this gun right here. It's also used for aircraft. That's pretty good. Yeah, there's one gun in the back. That's for aircraft as well. I guess it's also probably some secondary guns. That's just an anti-aircraft gun in the back there. And then these Maxim machine guns in the middle, which is kind of primitive, but at least we have one big gun in the back, so that's kind of cool for aircraft. And not the same. You can't say the same about the St. Louis, but the Arkansas Beta, which is kind of cool ship. It has. Look at what turrets it has. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turrets with 2 guns each. So it has a main battery, and a main battery of 6 turrets with 2 guns each. That's 12 guns. That's pretty good on this thing. That's even more than the St. Louis, just with 4 turrets. And plus, they can shoot with the same guns on both sides. Mikaze, can't say much about the Mikaze. Besides the fact that it's a pretty good torpedo platform. About it. Tenryu, let me see its range for torpedoes. That's gonna be different. To range 7 kilometers. I see it right on next to the torpedo range. Torpedoes and torpedo range 7 kilometers. So that's not bad. Well, my St. Louis in battle. Let's go with the Tenryu. I'm gonna see if we could take someone out with some torpedoes. 7 kilometers away. And when you're using torpedoes, it is very important, you know, the maximum range of your torpedoes, because if you're you know, firing from too far away, they're not going to reach your target. It is very important. Even if you have a perfect shot, not going to make it. You're going to disappear. And you're not going to know why. And it's really because of the range. You're out of range. If I'm like 6 kilometers away, and I have a perfect shot on someone, I can definitely take them out, no problem. Okay, so just waiting to get in. Right. Start up. I don't know which way everyone's gonna go this time. Like everyone wants to go this way. Let's go this way. You know, sometimes you can't tell where everyone's gonna go. It's not like everyone's on vent and starts talking to each other. Hey, everybody, let's go this way. You don't hear that vent. It's just kind of like how the flow of everyone going. No one really is talking to anyone. At least that's how it is in like regular games. So you can't really tell what everyone's gonna do because they are just doing their own thing. They're seeing what everyone else is doing, so they're doing the same thing I'm doing, so. Okay. My ship has a maximum range of about 10 kilometers. That's my gun range, 10 kilometers. You guys are out of range. And remember, just because they're out of range for you doesn't mean they're out of range for them, so they can easily shoot you if they're in range. There's going to be plenty of ships out there in certain tier battles that they are going to be higher tier, you know, higher tier than you, so they will probably reach you more than if you shoot them. So. Okay, that guy's 10 kilometers away. Get closer. Shoot him. Of course, even when I get in range, I don't think I'd be in range of my torpedoes, so I have to shoot him with guns. Dome. Don't remember exactly what tier that is. Alright, nice. He's on fire. He hit island, so. Alright, let me try shooting with a torpedo. Try turning a bit. Alright. They do kind of guide, you know, kind of show like a little guide to help you out. Shooting him. He's already destroyed. Oh well. You saw a hero like 6 kilometers away, so obviously he will be in range for torpedo attack. And if I did hit him, he would have been destroyed. Guy. There we go. He's in range now. Guns at least. Keeps turning. It's all annoying. I'm trying to hit him.
Don't fire at your allies.
What? Oh, sorry, buddy. I did not see you there. Shit. I wonder how am I gonna get out of this position. Maybe if I could just back up. Is that gonna happen? No, let's go forward. I'll turn right. There we go. That fixed that one. Oops. Torpedoes there, but that's not gonna hurt me. Trying to turn. Oh, I was turning. I know there's an island there. And that's probably not too good. We're winning by 1, but not too encouraging. I turn around. Ships over here are definitely in range of me. I don't think that's gonna hit him, but you never know. It'd take a long time to reload. So, especially for a cruiser, so. And putting some damage on him. Ship is a lot more powerful than the Kuma, sure. Yeah, 1,000 damage, that's pretty good.
We've destroyed an enemy.
Nice. I got the kill. That's really good. Battleship over there, 7.7 kilometers away. I don't know if I can out, but I want to see if I can get into torpedo range. A little dangerous to do this, but try it. Basically, I press 3 on the keyboard. What are you just doing? I guess he's sailing all. Alright. Trying to. Right over here. Alright. That was a good one. And switch to HE so you can fire a little bit. And I think the torpedoes are going to really hit him, but let's see. Alright, torpedoes are coming in. And they're falling up short. Alright. Oh well. I was 7 kilometers away though. A little bit of a time to target. Uh-oh. Yeah, you reached the edge of the world. Now if we can build it. Catch up to him again to do another torpedo run on him.
Critical engine damage.
Alright, let's try this again. Try this. If you press... Oh, now I'm dead. I was about to tell you, okay, how do you narrow the spread of the torpedoes? Okay. That was that. That was Tenryu. It looks like I had to defeat this, but that's... See how I am with my here. Alright, can't afford anything yet. I still have a bit to grade my captain here. And a commander, of course. So let's keep going. Let's go to St. Louis again. Maybe I have a better battle this time. St. Louis is a pretty good ship, but still kind of low tier. You guys don't mind if I eat some cashews?
Battle starts.
James,
Hmm.
what's up?
Not much, still playing.
Still playing this time?
Gotta get some footage in. Alright, in this battle here, know what's going on with the flow of battle is going to be. Some people going up here. Like some people are going down the center or something. Let's just slow down. People catch up. Good idea. Go around. Really, when you have a lot of enemies up ahead, but not many people backing. Seem to be coming closer. That's good. Don't see enemies yet. Speed up now. Seem to be catching up a bit. I found someone. Wonder if I can do them. Yeah, looks like I can get some shots on them. Turn my ship around. Really hard to kind of hit him this way, but alright. There we go. There we go. This guy has some torpedoes, so I have to worry about it.
Hey, very like.
Wait, what?
Very like.
Yeah, what about it?
Hey. Can't wait for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't wait to get the rare replay if you can't hear. Yeah, it's really cool.
What rare replay is?
Rare replay allows you to play every single rare game that came out right on the Xbox One. Oh shit, this guy. Something else. Oh boy. Gotta admit, that's a really daring attack of this part.
Problem solved,
It
sir.
worked in his favor, actually. Alright, well, he didn't last very long after that attack. That was a pretty daring attack. Gotta give him props for that, and I definitely lost a lot of health from it.
I take risks in life.
Yeah. All in this game. Alright, nice.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
I think I got rid of that cruiser. Battleship is that? No, it's a Kawachi. Get through battleship right there. Now load up some AP most, so actually start to damage this guy a bit more. It's a good theory. Alright. That helped. Oh, I didn't know it was like it's right there. Back in. Like we're at capturing the enemy base. I just really want to catch up to this tester there. But one thing that's cool about the ship, it's like a pre-dreadnought cruiser here. You know, the interesting thing about it is the fact that it has all these fixed guns on the side. Pre-dreadnought ships are designed in this way that the guns are just kind of pointing all sorts of weird directions, fixed on the sides and stuff. So you have tons of guns everywhere, but only half of them can shoot. In a way that's helpful if you want to shoot from both sides at the same time. Like you have a ship on one side and a ship on the other. You can just shoot all your guns at them. But, well with that is, it limits the size of your ship, of your guns. And your ship's just going to be a massive ship. Big, bulky, and heavy. Tons of guns pointing out in all sorts of different directions. And it's, you know, it's an old type of style. It was back in the late 1800s. And that kind of, even that kind of idea of guns pointing out all the different sides of the ship, it goes back to the excuse me, goes back to the you know go back to the sail days. Ships wouldn't sail, but or they have tons of guns on their first rate ship. The lines they have like different tiers of guns on each side of the ship, and these are kind of an evolution of those because you kind of. But as you keep going up, like this Arkansas right here, this is definitely a post-dreadnought style ship with tons of guns on top of the ship instead of jutting out the sides. You do have see some guns, but these aren't the main armor. These are the main armor. These giant turreted gun platforms. This is what a post-dreadnought ship looks like. Because the first dreadnought had 2 guns on each side, 1 gun on each side, and they're large guns for the time, and they stuck them on top of the ship instead of them jutting out the sides, and that's kind of put the standard on what the dreadnought is. And since you have so many turrets, you could actually, in theory, stick this turret this way, stick turret this way, stick that turret this way, stick this turret down, up, down, and this way you could actually essentially shoot from both sides. Since you have so many turrets, you can do that. Earlier dreadnought ships, you had a limited amount of turrets, but this one you did have a lot, so you could be able to you could definitely shoot a lot of different, all these guns in different directions, effectively be able to cover yourself. So this is what this is what a post dreadnought ship. This is a pre-dreadnought ship. You can see the difference. 6 guns on each side, turreted guns on the top. So that's the difference there. You'll be able to put a higher caliber on your deck, have your guns, and put on the deck. It's harder to class these destroyers. I think the destroyer ship design kind of. This one build this to higher tier because you just have guns on the, and you can't stick guns on the side on them. Okay, the St. Louis, we're getting close to being all the way upgraded. That's good. Let's see, what can I do here? Oh, nice. I can upgrade the hull now. So now this is the upgraded hull. It doesn't look as, interesting looking. It looks like the very copper looking top or something on it. I don't know. But now that it changed a bit, so it's a lot more modern design. Got here finally 8 anti-aircraft guns. Anti-A guns. These are the A guns on the side. So, all right, they're something. They're these cannons on the side, so they can finally shoot up. That's pretty good. Those aren't. I think these are them. These machine guns. Here are the actual guns that shoot anti-aircraft. Yeah, they're like these machine guns here. Pretty interesting, how much anti-aircraft technology has changed over the years. Even just World War II. I don't think this ship would be all that, use all that much anyway. But these are machine guns that just look to air. Yeah, shoot aircraft. Good aircraft. Secondary armament are these guns on the side. Get secondary and main on this upgrade. So now this guy, if the plane goes by, I can finally shoot in the air. That's the big difference. Plus you get some more guns. You get these 2 guns on the side now. You get 4 more guns you can shoot. That's pretty good. Alright. How about the TMU? We didn't win, but alright, we ran that. That's good. Do another round out of the St. Louis. Now, if you guys are interested in learning about the Rare Replay game that's coming out, Box 1,
General quarters.
it is a pretty cool game. Basically, Rare is the company that made a lot of cool Banjo-Kazooie.
Autopilot mode enabled.
They also made all of these great Donkey Kong games. They made Donkey Kong what he is today. You know? Donkey Kong for the past, before the Super Nintendo, it was considered as the bad guy that attacked Mario back in the arcade days. That was basically it. That's all really Donkey Kong was. Crazy Kong. And after that, Rare came along and then retooled Donkey Kong to be this hero in his own game. So that is something on its own. That's by itself pretty interesting. Plus, the game looked pretty amazing for Super Nintendo graphics. You know, they used a supercomputer at the time to generate the characters, and they took pictures of them, and then they used it in this 2D platformer, Donkey Kong Country, and the game looked amazing for the time. It was a great platformer too, great graphics, great gameplay, and why not? That's just, you know, that's one of the probably the early days of the Rare. Also, a lot of great games on the 64, like Banjo-Kazooie, and why not?
Autopilot mode disabled.
We defined they actually redefined fighting game with Killer Instinct. Still kind of unique today, and they of course made the for the for Xbox One. So Rare has contributed a lot to the gaming industry over in the past, and with the Rare Replay, you could be able to replay those games or play them for the first time on Xbox One.
Our team has taken the lead.
Now, I don't know if all those games are out that were released in the past for Nintendo. I don't think Donkey Kong games are going to be released, because Donkey Kong is actually considered a Nintendo property that Rare used in the past. But certainly games like Perfect Dark, 007, Banjo-Kazooie, that's all their property, and they could definitely release all of that on the Xbox One, and all that's going to be on the Xbox One. I'm pretty sure all of it is, but they're all putting into a retail disc, which combines everything into one, so it'll be easy, like a one-time purchase. Take it onto your Xbox One, so that'll be fun. But if you wanted to get those games early, you could always download it right away, straight from the Xbox Live Store. So you could do that. You can see here, that guy's a Kuma. He's definitely faster than me. So you can tell the difference between. See that frontier difference. Bit of a difference right there. I go my full speed. I'm only going about 22 knots. And I don't know how fast he's going, but he's going faster. Turn a little bit. So closer. This guy here is about 418 kilometers away. He's out of my range. I'll try to capture A. This game here is that you have to capture these 3 points, A, B, and C, and try to capture A. Of course, the more places you capture, the more points you get. Okay. Closing in. 15 kilometers, turning away, which kilometers away. I'm almost captured this area. That's good. Okay, I'm a little closer. Not yet. Oh, I don't want to slow down.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yeah, look how ridiculous our gun looks now. Our ship looks now. Look at that's how many guns we have on the side. You can see on the bottom. We got here 8 guns, so you can fire at it. Yeah, crazy. Like they're trying to capture B now. Not good. I'm not even sure I can catch up to this guy. I'm probably better off trying to turn and potentially try to fend off who are trying to capture B. Right over there. Often in the center, you want to go into attack the center for some reason. Chances are you might be fighting against warriors. Not good for battleships. You would not want to go try to capture B if you're in a battleship. It's like a suicide right there. Enemies. Still alive. He's gone. You can see how crazy a weapons platform this is. In fact, in this tier, you can just shoot off that many guns. It's 8 guns at once. It's insane. Like you're showering the enemy with fire. Certainly can't do that on the Japanese equivalent, for sure. I love about the American cruisers the fact that you just cruise along and just shoot tons of shells on it. Oh. It loads quick and whatnot. And I don't really need torpedoes on a cruiser. Like, if I wanted to shoot torpedoes, I'd rather be in a destroyer. You know, I'd rather just shoot you with the guns. Cruiser. There you go. Coordinates one on you. Alright. Be a little further ahead. He is a higher tier than me. Phoenix. Not too much a problem as long as I aim a bit further ahead. Yeah, see a good bit faster than me.
Problem solved, sir.
Alright. Let me try to shoot this guy here. Oh, he's gone. Never mind. Alright, we're captured B. We're winning here. Aim point, hand over fist. I can't really hit him anymore. Got that. Now, since we're in a higher tier, this is the tier where we would find some aircraft carriers. So, if you're not going to go against battleships, if you don't have any more cruisers to go against, the best thing you do is to go find their aircraft carrier, and that's kind of like a tedious task. You know, you're a slow ship, swing around, try to find this aircraft carrier, middle of this large map. not always an easy thing to do, unless you could somehow track movements of other aircraft, and maybe you could. I don't want to get too close to the battleship. Laser's back again. For my ship. Nice, trying to turn him out. Something. Trying to trick me. Alright, took out a. Yeah. Could be slowing down now. Oh. Fair turn. That was a close one. Alright, since he sends these torpedoes out, that means the aircraft carrier must be this way. And it looks like I'm getting kind of close. Oh boy. Good.
We're all below the water line. We're flooding quickly. Problem solved, sir.
Well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to find their. Oh, looks like I did find their aircraft carrier, but I got more immediate troubles already. Nice, I took him out.
Enemy cruiser foundered.
Oh, well. That's that. Hey, it looks like I took some guys out. That's pretty sweet. Definitely contributed to the battle. Can't seem to see them about my allies, but hey. Destructions, destroyers are destroyers. So, alright. Let's go, my Arkansas Beta. Show you some battle with that. I'm not really sure what the prerequisite for the Arkansas Beta ship, but basically, I guess I was in the closed beta, and I'm in the beta right, and then I'm in the open beta right now. So maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know.
Action stations.
Okay. Basically with battleships, you have to be kind of like in open waters.
Mode enabled.
You have to go around, way. Have plenty of room to maneuver, because the ship doesn't like to turn too well. But I go this way. Looks like a bunch of ships are going this way also, so good safe bet. Also, it's good to point your guns right where you want them.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Because they take a long time to turn. I don't want to shoot my guns right now. If I did, well, let me see. I want to change to armor piercing right here, and you'll see how long it takes to reload. 22 seconds. Seems like a long time. Yes. That's how battleships work, you know? You can see here, there's a way more up-to-date ship. You know, clearly see here, we have tons of, you know, Bush Dreadnought guns right over here. These conning towers, top, you know, they're kind of outdated by the time of World War II, and they're any ship that had them in the past are usually taken down and get a modernized tripod, this conning tower. Not sure how people get on top of these things, but I think kind of dangerous walking up that thing. Seems like a signature thing of World War I battleships. And this is actually technically a World War I battleship of design. We ever saw battle, but still a pretty, you know, impressive battleship for the time. And one interesting about a lot of American battleships is that a lot of the American battleships that were built during World War One,
Our team has taken the lead.
you know, they were built without any knowledge about how naval warfare would be played out if these kind of dreadnought battleships. Fine. They're kind of, you know, seeing what's going on in the battlefield to see what's happening, but they really don't have much knowledge about it. They're kind of designing these things years in advance, and they have no idea how well these things are going to perform in battle. So it's interesting how they're coming up with these and finding all these ships before the major battle that were between battleships in World War One. I forgot what it's called, but basically it after the battle it showed the weaknesses of using a lot of cruisers to lead a battle against a bunch of battleships. And more than anything, it also showed that you can't try to load guns as fast as possible with you know, putting all of the gunpowder and all of the you know, all this stuff that's used to shoot your guns right inside the turret. Because what's going to happen if someone shoots the turret, you know? Now, what if someone shoots a turret and all your gunpowder is in it and everything? And I don't even call it gunpowder, I call it something else. But what's going to happen? Well, what is going to happen is basically you're going to have your ship's going to blow up. What's going to happen if a single shot enters one of these turrets, and these turrets are pretty armored, but they're not the most armored part of the ship. So, especially on a cruiser, if one bullet enters one of these turrets, the whole ship's going to blow up. I don't know how well that's going to be it gets reenacted, but in this game, but in real life, this is what happened at one battle, and it cost the lives of all those sailors that were fortunately in those ships at the time. So, and I don't know if the designers of the ships at the time, had that in mind. That by not. So obviously, they would have designed it a certain way. In reality, it wouldn't have worked that way. So obviously, they could go to the drawing board and fix it for the next tier of ships. Who probably wouldn't even enter World War I in the first place. I really can't tell if that guy's wasted a shot there. That's only one gun. I have plenty more to spell as soon as I get in range. Okay.
Autopilot mode disabled.
I need to turn my ship this way. Guns to look at that. That's the power of a battleship right there. Turn fast enough to make her. I had to put my gun to port, otherwise would not have been able to get a shot on him. Alright, at least I got some damage on him. That's good. Alright, let me see here. I shipped it meters away. Out of my... Got someone shooting some torpedoes out. I'm not sure who's doing that. Could be the person that's Langley. I think I'm getting further away from him. I turn away from us. This guy, I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he'd be AFK. Yeah, Phoenix over there. There's the aircraft carrier. Nice. That's a good prize right there. I'd love to get that. I don't know if I can get that fast enough, but just try to. Got St. Louis over there. It's not moving. Health. Again, in my range. Slowly but surely, my ship, it's only going 20 knots. Even though I know, in St. Louis it was only going 22, it was only 2 knots more, but still, 22 knots is not that fast. Okay, I might get killed, but I don't know. Oh, it's just out of range. Oh, that was a fail. Yeah, alright, if I see one. Got one hit him. Turn my ship a little bit. Yeah. Touch on him. Pretty cool, this guy's like AFK right there.
Confirmed penetration.
Nice. Destroyer keeps missing a shot. Oh, he's gone. Right.
Our victory is in sight.
That's good news. Alright. Got some good hits on him. Now let's go against that aircraft carrier right there. I don't know how fast that guy's maximum speed is, but I don't think he's very fast either, so let's see. Okay. Closing in on him. Also got enemy Phoenix down there, but off I'm closing on him. Someone's taking him out. Good. We're definitely gonna win this battle, I think. The one parallel. Oh, I guess we always had one aircraft carrier. Whoops. I didn't want to choose that button. Okay, so yeah, we always have one aircraft carrier each. That Battleship's going away from me. Surely I'm getting a little closer to him. Three, 0.2. Hopefully this battleship destroys that cruiser over there. Capturing B after all. Doing that. You have to have a lot of patience to be in a battleship. Probably even more if you're in an aircraft carrier.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Not good. They capture all the points, so part of it, you know, we don't only have one cruiser on our team left, and the only thing we have 2 destroyers though, which could capture some points for us. But not entirely sure they will. Know what they're doing really. They really capture points.
Huh?
Not gonna get him. I have to find that aircraft carrier. I'll let that guy in
What?
the Ishikuchi get him. Yeah, Wyoming down there. It looks like the aircraft carrier on the enemy side got destroyed, so that's good. I'll destroy that battleship. Because seriously, I need a battleship. You need a battleship to destroy a battleship, right? It looks like those enemy planes might run out of gas and start to get destroyed. Alright. Could be and I don't know if it's gonna hit though. It is. Nice. Alright, I'm getting him. Alright, turn my ship. Nice, I'm getting this guy. He's almost dead. Those torpedoes get him. I missed. Guy's turning. Bit. My guns reload. Alright, not gonna shoot all of them at once. You know, that's the thing you do in a battleship. You shoot, you know, some at a time. Oh, he's gone. Nice. Now it's up to destroyers. Probably better off just trying to capture these points here. Let's try to hunt for destroyers, because seriously, I think they're in probably destroyer alley right now. They're right there. Let me try it. I ain't getting. No. We have more points than they do as far as point wise. Possible that. They'll get enough points before they can get to destroy me, so. Good. Plus I have a destroyer right there, gonna back me up a little bit. They're not full health either. Doing a cruiser there. I got hit by a torpedo, I guess. St. Louis. Okay, I'll get closer. Let's see if I can capture that point. This game. Definitely not aiming towards me. That's It is an interesting sound that this ship makes. I go, no. You start to hear it after a while. Do it. See, it's almost like the heartbeat of the ship. It's almost like a heartbeat. When you hear it, it does sound like a heartbeat.
The enemy is about to win.
Alright. Capping this point now. Pull myself towards C in case me and that destroyer left. And we get 1,000 points, that's when you get a victory. Up, there he is. There's that bloody destroyer. Alright. That. You can use it to disappear like that. Oh man, I hit him. That's nice.
Our team has taken the lead.
Oh man, that was so close. One more hit. Nice. Oh yeah, we got this. That was a good battle right here. It was a little long, but it was a good battle. We got 1,000 experience. That's really good. Alright, I'll go back to port. Alright. Oh, nice. We got 7. That's cool. They got premium for 24 hours. And, you know, a few other things about the flags. And go out of the way. So let me distribute some of that experience right here, because look at that. Man, that's sweet right there. So we got some more experience to distribute here. I'm gonna put the guns on my St. Louis here. Okay, awesome. And this guy, yeah, let's put the new hull upgrade. Get some additional anti-aircraft gun. Some more maneuverability, I guess. Kaze can't do anything. That's okay. Alright. I'm not gonna go around my team list right now, but maybe I'll play with my Teniru until I get my 1.5 times experience. Yeah, that was a pretty sweet 1.5 times experience right there with my Arkansas beta. You gotta admit, that was a pretty sweet one right there. And one thing that's great thing about it, I added some upgrades to this guy. I added the main battery modification 2 and the main battery modification 1. So, you know, that helped out with turning and reloading and all that. Anyway, let's go again with the Teniru. We need to give him some more experience here. I'll get him training. Yeah, you have to do that. There we go. That helps out. Plus, of course, you know, I gave him these 2 upgrades here. Helps out with the artillery. This guy for the St. Louis is almost fully upgraded. You know, almost unlocking everything. That's good. Alright. Do another battle here. See what we can do. Here we go. Ryu. Alright, the balance, sorry. 6, 5, 4.
General quarters.
Let's see. What's everyone gonna do? Probably a bunch of people want to go this way. It's fine with me.
Enabled. Autopilot mode disabled.
I gotta admit one thing, this ship's a very nimble ship. Woo! Wraps right around the corner. This ship's kind of interesting sounding. The engine, like a chugga 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 chugga, like a train. Chugga 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 chugga. Getting right into range. Unless it's scared of us. I don't know if there's anything else gonna be out there, but no. Hell, let's go up. See what's going on. Okay, so I got 10 really out there. Up. Pull that torpedo strike. Alright. Focus on this. get here.
Unable to maneuver. Critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
It's pretty hard to make good torpedo attacks, actually. Just ready to do torpedoes. Yeah, I think it was too far out when I sent it. Yeah, I'm not really good at torpedo boats. Alright, let's try kamikaze right here. Remember correctly, didn't have any upgrades available for it. I can put on it right now. Alright, let's try going out now. See how all this goes. You know, guys, why don't you let me know if you guys like my new microphone? Because I got myself the blue snowball mic. I don't know if I told you that before. You didn't hear me before. I have a new microphone. A mission right here. Score 1,000 points before the enemy. Oh yeah, of course, ABC. Of course. Always the case when you have this kind of battle.
Action stations.
Basically, when you're a destroyer, you're a torpedo gunship right here. And basically, since you're maneuverable and nimble and whatnot, you go right between all the little nooks and crannies that anyone else just not want to go. A lot of deadly stuff you can do. Remote screen, it can hide you, and you have the ability to repair stuff, of course. You have torpedoes. And also you have another interesting, Y, what's like ramming speed, I guess. So you just ram right into an enemy ship. Not the best tactic in the world, but if you have no other choice, that's one way to do it. Alright, so we're gonna get up to C right here. I'm so sure the... Here, I got detected though. So I can press T right here. That would mask me.
Smoke generator started.
And I would press 3 here. And see what happens.
Smoke screen set.
I don't want to start shooting at things because immediately if I start shooting at things,
Our team has taken the lead.
there you go. We got C.
Torpedoes to port.
Alright, so we're just gonna hit him. But they didn't. Oh well. And dandy. Looks like the enemy is trying to attack. Try to take that. Return to me.
Torpedoes to start. Torpedoes, direct front.
Be careful here. Oh, damn.
Hull breach, we're taking on water quickly.
I had to hear that.
Problem solved, sir.
Uh-oh. Damn it.
I think we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Running
I'm not
quickly.
really doing too well against these ships right here. I guess I did actually finally won here. With this ship here. I don't have enough to get to the next tier. But as much as I really want to play more World of Warships, I think we have enough time. So please subscribe and comment and like us and do all the great stuff. And see you next time as we Let's Play World of Warships. Alright, see you guys next time.